this is Nathan and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at a scenario where a new continent forms in the Indian Ocean. Now I did the hang on a minute. I did the Atlantic. And well, I haven't posted it yet. So anyway, we're not in the Indian Ocean, but when you see this, I guess I would have posted it. So yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna draw it up real quick. Okay, now this is massive, and straight away this will change everything. India, China, Russia, China wouldn't exist. India wouldn't exist. China might exist. India wouldn't exist, and I can guarantee you, Australia and all of Southeast Asia, maybe even Middle East and parts of Africa wouldn't even exist. Because I don't think France would care about Madagascar if this thing existed. But anyway, straight away, India's gonna be like, well then, this is a bit odd. Now this isn't anywhere near as like this is kind of just, this is kind of annoying. So mainly the UN is gonna try and regulate this thing, but it's straight away gonna be some countries that want to get land from this. Main one being India, but we also have South Africa, Australia, Indonesia, and Pakistan sending their boats down to grab land. The Burmese Navy is also heading down here, but it's a very weak one, so we might not get there for a little bit. But the Indian Navy, who is also the closest, is going to make their first landing, obviously. So immediately India is going to take a big claim as well. They're kind of going to be the leader of this continent. India is the fourth strongest country in the world, so I can imagine they're going to keep hold of this. So India is going to be the first country to grab the land, and they're going to grab all that. Pakistan's the next one to arrive, as again, the countries with strong navies are normally the ones that are going to arrive first. And oh, for God's sake, why is it doing this? Pakistan's going to take a claim right here. Now, immediately there's a million issues with this, because now again, India and Pakistan have a border. Australia is the next one to arrive, and immediately they're going to take claim over this entire island, which that's like nearly the size of Australia. They're not going to take much more, but it seems like that down here they can just, take a little bit. They don't claim over this island because South Africa's claimed over that. Speaking of South Africa, they make their landing on this island and claim it. And they take a little chunk here. The final two to arrive is Indonesia, who they probably would be one of the first to arrive. But Indonesia is going to take this chunk right here, and then Myanmar is going to make their landing and get a really small chunk. So anyway, all the countries have made a landing and took the places they wanted. Now, it's obvious to say more countries will want to get land from this. But these are like the main ones who got the land. So China, I would imagine, would want some of this. I can imagine Madagascar would want some. I doubt it. Saudi Arabia and Iran would probably try to get something. Russia and the USA maybe would. If China were to grab anything, they'll probably grab this area. But they're not, because they're not there. But anyway, straight away, this is a very tension. This is very, very high tensions right now. I mean, there's Myanmar, there's India and Pakistan, Indonesia and South Africa chilling. But this continent's going to be divided up, and nobody knows how, because, well, India and Pakistan are there, so they're kind of arguing about who's going to get the land. Now, Myanmar and India also have issues, so they're not going to be doing anything. But, the first two to make an agreement is Indonesia and Australia. What a surprise, probably the two most chill countries here. Now, they're just gonna do this. They don't bother taking anything, they just draw a straight line up with weather's and stuff. Anyway, let's take a look at how do they divide it up. And they take it like that, okay. I mean, again, there's so much tension here that, I mean, India and Pakistan are not going to go to war. So, it's going to be hard, but eventually they decide, well, we want this continent, so maybe just for now we'll put our differences down. So, India and Pakistan and Myanmar are all going to divide up this continent in Delhi, which is going to have a lot of issues. So, well, it's going to be a big one. South Africa's not invited to this as they already have two ready with Australia. So they do this, and Indonesia is also invited to this, so yeah. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, so this land was divided up, and now, well, the rest of the land is going to be divided up. So let's just take a look at the future of how this continent is divided up. And this is Pakistan's massive. They're probably one of the largest countries in the world. But we got to realise that they're not going to keep hold of these. So you know, India, Pakistan, and Australia, they're going to be fine. Myanmar, they're screwed. South Africa, screwed. So immediately, I'd say 2 or 3 years after, we have Myanmar and South Africa's places getting independence. Indonesia gains independence. Pakistan's going to release theirs, and same with Australia. And India's going to keep hold of theirs for a while until they have to release it. So this entire continent's independent, and okay, there's immediately a tension between these two groups. And oh, what would you know? They go to war. So, India's colony declares war on Pakistan's colony, and, well, Pakistan and India kind of agreed on this. They said no involvement with this, because this was guaranteed to happen. There was no way this was not going to happen. I mean, Pakistan's colony is definitely the largest country on this continent, but India, they're the 4th strongest country in the world, so they supplied theirs way more than Pakistan would. So, Pakistan's colony is kind of screwed here. Pakistan's not happy about this, but honestly, if it's not your land, then it's not really your business. Obviously, you hold relations with them, but Pakistan just doesn't want to get involved with war with India. They might get China's help, but that would just be weird. So, we have the capture of this country being captured. Immediately, this is a big colony. So, we kind of have a independence move happening. So, the whole southern part of this area declares its independence. So, and this area is taken over. And eventually, well, you know what's going to happen. So, this Pakistan's colony surrenders. So, let's take a look at this peace treaty. And Pakistan's colony literally shrinks to the size of probably Madagascar. So, not really a surprise there. This colony is extremely weak, and I can imagine it just collapsing in India's colony, and, well, whatever this monster thing is, they will probably just divide it up. Oops, dudes, hang on a minute, why did I... No, come on, I hate this! There we go. Anyway, eventually we have, there's gonna be a split up of South Africa colony in this island. And, well, I don't know what else would happen. I mean, Myanmar's colony is probably just having the same experience as Myanmar, and I just realised that they look quite similar. Oh, I didn't mean to make that on purpose. But, we all knew what was gonna happen. India's colony is gonna go to war with Myanmar's colony. It was seen. And let me just speed this up so it doesn't have to see the gory bits. So, India's colony is actually just ruling this continent. We eventually see the collapse of Pakistan's colony, which is going to lead to just it being annexed by India. Oh, India's colony. We can see that India's colony is even bigger than India itself. In reality, this might actually be the second biggest country in the world. Now, this continent, it's impossible for it to be fully united because of how, diverse it is. Because if you think of it, I mean, Indonesia is a completely different thing to India. Australia is a different thing to India. Maybe not. South Africa, I mean, I can imagine there's corruption there. And if I'm being honest, I don't think anything else would happen. The only thing that would really happen would probably be the release of this island right here. But that's going to be it for this video. Sorry it's a short one. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Again, sorry for it being a short one. I just don't know what else to do. Because, I mean, with the Atlantis one, there's a lot of stuff that could have happened. The only other thing I could actually see happening is the unification between Indonesia's one and India's colony. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe something to do with... Maybe it's not a video and a community post. I'll let you see it.